What's up, YouTube? It's your boy C-Dubb. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different and tell y'all about a personal story that took place when I was probably about 12 years old. Everything I'm going to speak on, the statute of limitations are either up for the case or the case is already closed. So this story takes place in my old neighborhood, on the east side or southeast bottoms in Des Moines, Iowa. I was with my friend Kevin and Justin at the time, and we was out just doing child shit, doing kid shit. And anyway, so on that day, we decided to get my Red Ryder BB gun out. It's a little one cock and then shoot BB gun rifle. And we started the day out by getting my BB gun out and shooting at one of my neighbor's houses at the window. After that, we started shooting stuff around my house and shooting a street light out that was beside my house. We would always shoot this street light out so it'd be pitch black next to my house. My house was right next to a gravel road, and when that street light was out, you couldn't really see anything going on around there at night. So we were sitting there shooting the street light out, and I think either Kevin or Justin had the BB gun. I can't quite remember, but when we're shooting the street light out, the cops roll up as we're shooting the street light out. And so I'm like, yo, drop the gun, drop the gun. So they dropped the BB gun in the grass. And when they dropped the BB gun in the grass, it's just sitting right next to us. And not only that, but when the cops rolled up, they was coming around the corner. They could have easily seen the BB gun. It was right there in plain sight while we was shooting out the street light. But somehow they must not have been paying too good attention, because they didn't see the BB gun. And they didn't see the BB gun in the grass. But they pulled up. They questioned us, asked us if we had seen anybody shooting at the neighbor's house. We said, nah, we ain't seen nothing. And they rolled out. So after that, we decided to take a little trek around the neighborhood, and ended up walking actually like a few miles and going to a place called Gilligan's Island. So Gilligan's Island is a backup lagoon for the Des Moines River, and there's actually another lagoon right next to it. And we're walking around the lagoon, and we see all kinds of paraphernalia and shit used to make meth. Back then, my neighborhood was highly infested with drugs and gang activity and things like that. But we get almost all the way around the lagoon, and there's some railroad tracks on the other side of the lagoon, and we see a man sitting right next to the Gilligan's Island lagoon. Now, at the time, we thought for sure this was a homeless man. He was just chilling right by the lagoon, just looking off into the lagoon, really minding his own business. But we were deviant little kids. Even though I didn't really want to be involved with what was about to happen, Justin thought it'd be a good idea to take the BB gun and shoot the man in the head with it. So I'm like, all right, well, we also took 2 walkie-talkies that I had when I was a kid. And I was like, all right, if you're going to shoot this homeless man in the head, I'm going to go up a little ways and just get on the walkie-talkie and let me know if anything crazy happens. So next thing I know, I walk up 100 feet or whatever, and the next thing I know, here they come running. And then as soon as I see them, I just start hearing boom, 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 boom. This man that we thought was a homeless man apparently was not a homeless man. He must have been watching over a meth lab over there. And we had seen many active labs too. And this man just starts busting off shots. Boom, 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 boom. So we all start running. We're just taking off, all of us, at that point. And bullets are whizzing by us and shit, and we're just out of there. We got the hell out of there. And it had been a long time since I ever went back to Gilligan's Island after that event. But the craziness don't stop there, because not that long ago I was looking on the internet, searching up things about the Southeast Bottoms in Des Moines, and found a video on the news about them pulling a truck out of the lagoon next to Gilligan's Island with a dead body in it.
Police are working to identify a man whose body was found floating near a partially submerged truck this afternoon. The discovery happened in a lagoon off Harriet Street, about a mile east of Southeast 14th Street on the city's east side. KCCI's Chris Goffner is live at DMPD headquarters with the clues investigators are working with.
Laura, based on what they saw today, police are pretty sure that that man and his truck were in the lagoon for weeks, if not months. Now they're trying to figure out who he is and how he got there.
And later on, Justin, who was the one that shot the man in the head with the BB gun, he got strung out and caught up in the dope game, and he decided to go to collect on a debt that someone owed him. And when he pulled up to collect on the debt, he ended up having his window smashed with a baton and ended up shooting and killing the man. Now, Justin ended up telling on the girl that took him there for taking him there and for supposedly trying to run over the man to get his sentence reduced. I was able to find a little news article about what happened and able to find Justin's depositions online. It reads, Justin Herrera, Polk County Attorney's Office, if called as a witness on behalf of the state, will testify in detail to the following. The witness will testify that he has entered pleas of guilty to the charges of voluntary manslaughter and robbery in the second degree. He has been sentenced to serve a term of 20 years in prison, which includes a mandatory minimum sentence of 12 years. This is the result of his conduct on June 20th, 2008 and his involvement in taking the life of Brad Egan. The witness will testify that Egan owed him drugs or money, and that on June 20th, 2008, he along with Anastasia Bridges and Stephen Carlson set out to find Egan. Everyone in the car was angry with Egan, and Egan owed this witness from a drug deal. The plan was to beat him up and collect. The witness will testify that both he and Carlson were armed and that Bridges knew it. While there was no plan to kill Brad Egan, Herrera produced his weapon as he was seated behind Bridges in her motor vehicle and fired a shot after Egan smashed out the window that he was sitting next to with a baton. As this witness, along with Bridges and Carlson, proceeded to the Bells residence to fight Egan, the witness will testify that there were cell phone conversations between himself and Egan and Bridges and Egan. Upon arriving at the Bells residence and seeing Egan come out towards the vehicle, the witness will testify that Bridges veered her vehicle in the direction of Egan, causing him to take evasive action. Instead of leaving the area, she put the car in reverse and Egan was able to regain his footing, recover the baton that he had been carrying. It allowed the altercation to continue. Herrera will testify that as they came around the corner on Easton and 42nd and spotted Brad Egan, Anastasia, while driving very fast, tried to run him over. Egan had to take evasive action but recovered. He came towards the car and Carlson produced his gun, causing Herrera to begin reaching for his. Bridges then put the car in reverse and again drove her car towards Egan. Herrera will testify that he threatened Egan with the gun in effort to further the plan to take drugs or drug money from him. Egan's aggressive actions turned the tables on Herrera. After shooting Egan and leaving the area, the witness will testify that he spent the night in a motel with defendant Bridges. They were together when they received assistance from another witness who gave them a ride to an area where they threw the guns in the river. Anyways, if y'all like this video and want to see more like this, Please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, turn it to all, and let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Until next time, y'all.